Tesla expansion in the Southeast Asia market. But before, let me introduce myself. My name is Noval Sultan. Let me introduce myself and my team. My name is Noval Sultan. Cindy and Noval, maybe you could introduce yourself.
Something disruption? Ada gangguan?
My name is Yasir Bisar.
Okay.
Cindy. Sorry, sir. It seems that my team had some technical difficulties. My three other teams is Yasil Dendi, Noval Maulana Arsi, and Mulyadi. So currently, fossil fuel modes of transportation are still the main transportation worldwide, both as private and public vehicles. In Southeast Asia, conventional modes of transportation are easily accessible and affordable. Most people use cars or motorbike as their daily mode of transportation. Apart from the convenience provided and the dominant number, conventional fossil fuel vehicles are a source of damaging pollution, especially in big cities. The increase in the number of fossil fuel vehicles that is not balanced with the environmental care causes pollution, which results in health problems, congestion, and environmental problems. In addition to their negative impact on the nature, fossil fuels are also a non-renewable resource. It is estimated that with the addition to their negative impact on the nature, with the current rate of use of fossil fuels, all of our fossil fuel will be exhausted by 2060. One solution to the problems above is the use of electric cars as daily transportation. Tesla was founded in 2003 by a group of engineers who wanted to prove that people didn't need to compromise to drive electric cars, that electric vehicles can be better, quicker, and more fun to drive than gasoline cars. Today, Tesla builds not only all electric vehicles, but also infinitely scalable clean energy generation and storage products. Tesla believes the faster the world stops relying on the fossil fuels and moves towards a zero-emission future, the better. Our vision and mission is to create the most compelling car company of the 21st century by driving the world transition to electric vehicles. Our mission is to accelerate the world transition to sustainable energy. We hire the world's best and brightest people to help make this future a reality. Every Tesla is designed to be the safest, quickest car in this class with industry-leading safety, range, and performance. Our team. We have currently we have over 100,000 employees across the globe, with Elon Musk as our CEO, Robin M. Denholm as our chairman, Zachary Kirkhorn as our CFO, and Vaibhav Taneja as our CAO. We have various model of vehicles that we offer from the price range from $30,000 to $100,000. As you can see in our growth in growth revenue. Our annual revenue has been always steadily increasing every year.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Salam.
Next, I will explain about our group
Video Anda dibuka ya.
presentation.
Tolong dibuka videonya dan presentasinya di
Next, I will explain about our group presentation. Next slide, our team. This a person in charge or structure of organization of Tesla. CEO by Elon Musk, Chairman Robin M. Denholm, and CFO by Zachary Kirkan, and CAO by Faiba Tuneja. Currently, Tesla has over 100,000 employees across in the world, with Elon Musk, CEO. Next slide. Okay, what did Tesla offer? So today Tesla have four type vehicle. First, Tesla Model S rank start from 80,000 US dollar, and next Tesla Model X rank start from 94,000. Tesla Model T from and Tesla Model from then
apakah bisa dilanjutkan ini?
Sepertinya ada kendala jaringan Pak di kelompok saya. Apa lanjut saja, Pak?
Ya, dilanjutkan aja.
Baik, Pak.
Good morning, sir. My name is Yasril Dendi. I will continue the discussion about SWOT analysis from strategic planning, Tesla expansion on the Southeast Asian market. SWOT is mean strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. The first, our strength is good experience in the global automotive industry, focusing on electric cars. The second is using renewable energy. The number three is environmentally friendly. The number four is Asia maintenance. And the number five is electric cars produce less noise than conventional cars. Next, the first our weakness is the first is electric cars are more expensive than conventional cars. The second is time to recharge is longer compared to conventional cars filling with gas. The number three is charging station is still rarely found. Next, the first our opportunities is the price of fuel oil continues to rise due to the limit supply of oil and is a non-renewable natural resource. The number two is there is support from various parties to create environmentally friendly vehicle. The number three is very rapid development of supporting technology. The number four is social media is increasingly being used by the community. And the number five is create job opportunities for indigenous people. And outreach, the number one is Tesla has many very strong competitors. The number two is the world economy is still weak, while electric cars are quite expensive. The number three is low level of demand. The number four is the investment required is huge for the construction and development of electric cars. The number five is now other alternative propulsion technologies in vehicles such as biofuel, biogas, and other. And the last, there are still many people who don't know about electric cars. From the SWOT analysis, we have a SWOT strategy recommendation. The first, increase the number of charging stations and produce electric cars in Southeast Asia by taking advantage of the very rapid development of supporting technology, so that the price of electric cars not too expensive. The second is introducing the public about electric cars by utilizing social media, which is increasingly being used by the public, which can increase public interest in electric cars. The next material will be discussed by my friend Naufal Maulana Arsi.
Good morning, sir. My name is Naufal Maulana Arsi. I will continue the presentation about the strategy and design. From the SWOT analysis that my friend explained earlier, we got three strategies to increase Tesla car sales in Southeast Asia. From these strategies, several designs were obtained. The first strategy is increasing the number of charging stations and producing electric cars in Southeast Asia. with the person in charge is Yasril Lendi. With the first design is create a charging station in several big city in South Asia. With the researches is 50 charging station and estimated budget is 500,000 US dollar. The second design is create a factory to produce electric cars in Jakarta, Singapore, and Kuala Lumpur with the researches, namely 3 car factories with the estimated budget is 30 billion US dollar. The second strategy is increase the promotion of electric cars. We have 3 design. The first design is create ads on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and the web. From the design, we need the researches in the form of an advertisement with a budget of 10 million US dollar. And the person in charge is Naufal Sultan. The second design is create an electric car time event with the researchers, namely event organizer, and budget of 1 million US dollar. And the third design is create an electric car poster competition which is uploaded to social media with the researchers, namely event organizer, and estimated budget on 100,000 US dollar. Furthermore, the third strategies is improve electric car purchasing service. With the person in charge is Naufal Maulana Arsi. There are 2 design to support the three strategies. The first is increasing the number of car showrooms in several big cities in Southeast Asia. With the resources is 3 showroom, and the budget is 15 million US dollar. The second design is displaying products in some of the major existing markets with the researches, namely website e-commerce, and the budget is 1 million US dollar. Next. Next. Next, we have a schedule of activities in carrying out several existing plans. To make a charging station, we plan to do it at the beginning of the month every year for 3 years. And to make a car production, to make a factory to produce electric cars, we plan to do it earlier for around 3 years because we have to plan to increase the number of factories every year, and manufacturing the factory also takes a long time. To hold an electric car event, we will do it at the end of the year, and to create an electric car poster competition. Even we will do it in the middle of the year. And to increase the number of showroom and job openings are held at the beginning of each year. And for the appearance of product on the market is carried out every year. Next. Next is the indicator of success. It can be seen that each design will experience an increase in number in the first 3 years. This can change at any time because it is still in the design stage. Maybe that's all from me. I will return to moderator.
Baik, maksudnya bukan moderator novel ini ke saya maksudnya. Selesai?
Ke Naufal, Pak.
So I'm gonna explain the key indicator in our companies. For the first year, we targeted a charging station in Southeast Asia at least we have 15 charging station. In the second year, we have 30, and then in the third year, we have 50. For car factories, we targeted the first year will be we will build at least one factories in the Southeast Asia, possibly in Jakarta, and then the second year we will build the second car factories in Kuala Lumpur, and then the third year will be build our car factories in Singapore. For the showroom, at the end of the year, we targeted we will make a car showroom. The first one will be held in Jakarta, the second one in Kuala Lumpur, and the third one in Singapore. For our social media, we targeted in our YouTube. We targeted the first year we should at least have 15,000 subscribers. The following year, 50,000, and then the third year, 100,000. For our Instagram followers, the first year will be targeted at least 15,000 followers, and then the next year 50,000, and the year after that at least we have 100,000. For car unit, for car sold, we targeted in our first year in the Southeast Asia market, we at least sold 10,000 car, and then in the following year 30,000, and then in the third year we should at least sold 100,000 cars. For employees, we targeted in the first year, we targeted at least we have 10,000 employees for our factories, and then the second year to 20,000. The following year, at least 30,000. Perhaps that's the rest of our presentation. Thank you for paying attention to me and my team. Good day to you all.
Ya, baik, terima kasih ya. Saya pakai bahasa Indonesia saja untuk ininya, menjadi pengantar. Sudah ini tim dari Newval, Yasril, Naufal, dan Mulyadi ya. Terima kasih sudah menyampaikan secara umum. Saya komentari. Ya, sudah tercapailah tujuan saya. Bahasa Inggris Anda tidak ini ya, tidak jelek-jelek banget ya sepertinya. Lumayan bagus. Pronunciation-nya juga bagus ya, lumayan ya, maksudnya Yasril lumayan, saya lihat cukup bagus presentasinya, apanya pronunciation-nya ya, cukup tidak cadel betul lah bahasa Inggrisnya. Kemudian ini ya, jadi yang kurangnya sebenarnya Anda mengambil Tesla ya, jadi strategic planning for Tesla, especially for as a electric car ya, mobil listrik ya. Ya seolah-olah Anda bagian dari itu ya, bagian dari Tesla. Jadi Anda memposisikan diri a part of the Tesla company who want to do some expansion ya, ekspansi ya di dalam usahanya di bidang listrik, di bidang ini. Tetapi ada beberapa catatan dari saya di sini. Saya lihat di awalnya kerjasama antar tim Anda tidak jalan di ininya ya. Tadi ada beberapa, apakah itu masalah technical problems atau mungkin kerjasama yang tidak terlalu jalan. Terus karena ada jeda-jeda yang tidak perlu tadi di awal. Secara umum yang biasa ini ya, secara umum tercapai apa yang saya inginkan sebagai strategic planning. As general, my objective in this course entitled strategic planning is accomplished. This is okay ya, sudah baiklah. Tetapi ada beberapa catatan yang barangkali bisa menjadi perhatian. Di sini tidak terlihat secara jelas how you connect or make a bridging between the SWOT that you already told us, yang SWOT yang sudah Anda sampaikan kepada kita, dengan your strategy. Nah, ini tidak terlalu jelas di-explain. Itu kan memerlukan kata-kata dari diri Anda sendiri. Nah, salah satu kelemahan yang saya lihat, tapi itu tidak mengapa, Anda relatively read something in your PowerPoint, not explain by your own opinion, dengan cara kamu sendiri, dengan cara sendiri. Tapi kalau ini harus ada tuh, you should, ya, you have to explain by your own opinions. So for example, in my SWOT there is the strength, something like that. There is many opportunity, and we make some such strategy to do some expansion, ya, so extend your factory atau to make the factory in the Southeast Asia. Jadi di itu. Jadi mengapa desain pertama? Kalau tidak salah desainnya 3 ya, melakukan ekspansi usaha di ini, terus melakukan promosi, how to promote about the electric car. Mengapa dipromot? Barangkali di dalam kelemahannya, di weakness-nya, the electric car is not commonly used in Southeast Asia. There is less station, there are many problem in electric station dan lain-lain sebagainya. Dan yang ketiga itu adalah service atau after sales service, ya. Kalau nggak salah itu yang ininya, ya. Apakah saya tanya dalam bahasa Indonesia aja, battery system ini ada di ini Anda, di strategi Anda, battery charging system, di mana ada?
Charging stationnya Pak untuk mobil itu Pak.
Ya.
Ada Pak tadi di strategi yang desain Pak.
Pertama ya, di ekspansi, di ekspansi ya.
Iya Pak.
Jadi melakukan semacam Anda melakukan ini ya. Maksudnya melakukan lini assembly di Indonesia dan lain-lain, ya, membuat pabrik baru ya.
Charging stationnya di sekitar Asia Tenggara Pak, supaya yang punya mobil tuh kehabisan energinya bisa di charge gitu Pak.
Bukan lini assembly-nya.
Bukan Pak.
Bukan, oh hanya charging system ya, oke.
Iya Pak.
Yaitu mengapa itu ini barangkali yang kadang-kadang perlu dijelaskan, to do some bridging, how to you bridge between your SWOT analysis. There are weakness, ya, weaknessnya pasti charging stationnya pasti less, and mungkin hanya some place in Jakarta or something like that, ya. Sedangkan kita mau jual ke Indonesia di kota-kota besar, so there are apa namanya deep kekosongan, kekosongan yang ini problem benar ini. Maka itu memang menjadi strategi. Saya kira how to make some connection atau bridging between this, itu yang tidak terlalu terlihat jelas. Jadi dia loncat saja. Saya kira itu yang saya bisa jelaskan dari saya. Kalau itu dilakukan dengan baik, itu tambah sempurna hasilnya. Tapi untuk pertama sekali dia memberikan presentasi dalam bahasa Inggris, dan ini sudah cukup baik grup ini. Itu aja. Terima kasih. Barangkali kita beri applause dari tempat Anda, tapi enggak tahu tepuk tangannya terdengar atau tidak. Saya kira grup ini sudah saya komentari. Barangkali saya tidak terlalu perlu mendengar komentar dari yang lain karena waktu yang terbatas. Maka saya langsung saja kepada grup 2, yaitu Yahya Ramadan, Hari Yuzakri, Akmal, Hadi, dan Kevin. Kalau ada silahkan mungkin sudah mulai ini. Gimana? Yahya ada? Hari?
Ada Pak.
Oke, ini sudah ada Yahya, Hari, dan Akmal, Hadi, dan Kevin Afdal. Silahkan kalau ini.
Izin share screen Pak.
Ya silahkan, Kevin ya.
Alright, good morning, sir and friends. Today we from Group 2 would like to present the result of our discussion about strategic planning. Our group member of Aryo Zakri myself, Kevin Rinaldi, Akmal Hadi, and Yahya Ramadan. The first introduce myself. My name is Kevin Afdal Rinaldi. Will explain the result of our group discussion for our strategic planning company, namely Sewukuto Logistik Padang. Next, introduction about company, namely Sewukuto Logistik Padang. Next introduction, next for the outline presentation, there are several of them. Introduction about company, vision and mission, SWOT analysis, recommendation, strategy and design, timeline, budgeting, VIC, goals and not. Next, the next introduction the company. Padang Sewukuto Logistik is an expedition company that was founded in 2000, where this company focus on shipping goods throughout Indonesia, especially Eastern Indonesia. Padang Sewukuto Logistik provides low cost for shipping goods because it focuses on shipping by land. Maybe that's all I can say. The next slide will be continued by Hari.
Okay, thanks for Kevin. Let me introduce myself, sir. My name is Hari Ultati, and next slide is our continue our presentation about company of Padang Sewukuto.id. Padang Sewukuto.id is founded in 2020 and have company size 120 employees plus 20 truck, and have EBITDA or earning before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization 102 million in year, and then have service in one day 500 kilogram in one day, and then have industry freight and package transportation, and have both of one. Next. In the slide is vision and mission of Padang Sewukuto.id. Vision of Padang Sewukuto.id is provide the best delivery service to all customer quickly, safely, and affordable. And mission of Padang Sewukuto.id is an affordable expedition for the community. And number 2 is a trust expedition among the community, and participate in national economic development effort. Next. In next slide, we are going to SWOT analysis. Is number 1 is strength. Strength Padang Sewukuto.id is affordable shipping cost of 1,500 per kilogram, an available service to home, and has been transformed into online service and has a website. And then opportunity of Padang Sewukuto.id. People tend to choose affordable shipping, and then online shop activities are growing and have the opportunity to become a flagship expedition. The next weakness of Padang Sewukuto.id. Padang Sewukuto.id has only focused online route, long delivery time, only has one delivery boat, and shipping only focus on Eastern Indonesia, not for all of Indonesian province. And then threat of Padang Sewukuto.id to expedition service competitor are already focused on technology, and so is society bad stigma toward new expedition, and package provided by competitor are most focused on speed of delivery. Next. And recommendation, we move to Akmal Hadi Yuri Hudaputra. For Akmal, time is yours.
Silahkan Akmal. Akmal ada? Bagaimana Hari? Ini Akmal belum ready.
Baik Pak, biar saya lanjutkan saja Pak. The next is recommendation of our strategic planning. Number one is adding good delivery routed through all shipping lines by weakness 1, weakness 2, and weakness 4. By taking advantage of opportunity number 1, people tend to choose affordable expedition.
Disruption. Sebentar, Akmal, si Akmal ada atau tidak ini? Kita mau tahu aja. Saya mau tahu aja. Akmalnya ada? Oke. Karena tidak memberikan respon, ya silakan. Silakan.
Baik Pak. And people tend to choose affordable expedition and online shop activity as growing. Next. And recommendation number 2 is maintenance strength and take advantage of existing opportunities while reducing weakness and avoid threat. These recommendations are carried out by increasing the type of package option, types of delivery route, and digital transformation by strength 1, strength 2, and strength 3, and increasing the number of delivery fleet and the number of outlet by weakness 1, 2, 3, and 4, so as to improve the service provide excellent and reliable. Next. In this slide, we are moved to Yahya Ramadan. For Yahya Ramadan, time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Hari. The next is a strategy and design. First, improve delivery routes of goods on online. Create a simpler shipping sim. Add shipping of goods by sea route. The second is increase option in shipping goods. Add package option, delivery route types, digital transformation. Increase the number of delivery fleets and the number of outlets. Next, timeline. Create a simpler shipping sim. We do at early year and middle year. At shipping of goods by sea route, we do at end of the year. Increase option in shipping goods. At package option, delivery route types, and digital transformation, we do at early year. The increase the number of delivery fleet and the number of outlet, we do at the middle year and the second end of the year. Next. Design and strategy at shipping of goods by sea route. The resource port management estimate budget is 100 million. Create a simple shipping sim. The resource staff logistic estimate budget is 10 million. Add package option, delivery route types, and digital transformation. The resource is delivery route and estimate budget is 30 million. The increase the number of delivery fleet and the number of outlet. The resource is staff logistic and estimate budget is 40 million. Okay, of performance indicator port in the first year, we have 1 port, and second year is 2 port, and the third year is 3 port. Shipping sim, the first year we have 1 shipping sim, second year 2, and third year is 3. Delivery route, we have 2 route, and second year we have 3, and the third year is 4. Delivery flat and outlet, we have 20 in the first year, Second year we have 30, and the third year we have 50 delivery flat and outlet.
Okay, maybe that's what our group can explain. More or less, I'm sorry. Thank you for attention.
Baik, terima kasih. Thank you. You're welcome. This is the presentation related with Sewu Kuto Logistic Companies. Ya, betul ya? Betul ya?
Betul, Pak.
Iya. Masukan dari saya nggak tahu apakah ini perusahaannya sudah ada ini. Memang perusahaan yang sudah ada. Sepertinya sudah ada ya, kena simbol dan apanya sudah ada ya? Bukan? Halo?
Sudah ada perusahaannya, Pak.
Ya, kena Pak, sudah ada. Berarti kan pertama ininya ya, pernyataan vision and mission-nya itu ini kamu sudah berusaha untuk melakukan bridging yang cukup baik untuk melihat apa ya, analisis yang ada, yaitu SWOT terhadap strategi yang akan dilakukan. Ini sudah ada, walaupun barangkali kekuatan bridging-nya masih dipertanyakan. Tapi yang pertama ini mengenai vision and mission statement ya. Kalau saya sarankan, karena ini perusahaan yang sudah ada, apakah ini memang betul-betul misinya atau misi yang kamu buat sendiri? Tapi memang kalau dilihat situ cepat, aman, dan terjangkau ya. Kalau bahasa Inggrisnya aman itu trust, jadi benar juga nomor 2 trust. Cepat ini affordable expedition ini artinya cepat ini maksudnya. Affordable ini dapat diandalkan, nggak salah ya. Affordable apa itu? Nah, biasanya sebuah perusahaan itu memiliki visi dan misi, barangkali itulah yang menjadi titik berat daripada strategiknya. Sebenarnya biasanya begitu. Ini lebih dalam lagi. Kalau dia mengatakan dia memiliki trust, jadi trust itu adalah orang percaya. You believe, you have a trust with these companies ya. Artinya maka strateginya membuat orang percaya. Jadi mestinya sistem-sistem yang bisa di-tracking dan lain-lain sebagainya, itu adalah membuat orang secure and trust with the good they have delivered for you to be transport atau to be sent to the others company cities ya, biasanya begitu. Nah itu. Nah terjangkau juga bagaimana how you create some strategy di mana dia affordable nih yang terjangkau barangkali ya, affordable companies ya. Jadi affordable expedition ini terjangkau di sini saya lihat ini. Itu membuat dia cepat ya, bagaimana dia cepat. Nah, itu. Tapi oke lah, tentu di strateginya nanti how to make it fast, how make it trust, how make it affordable expedition. Nah, itu strategi dasar biasanya yang dilakukan orang. Di samping adanya analisis yang Anda lakukan. Itu kira-kira begitu. Sekarang saya mau bertanya, strateginya ada 2 secara utama, itu apa ya? Delivering route. Rutenya ya, rute dan apa ya? Opsi dalam melakukan proses ini ya. Coba dilihat tadi. Opsi. Bisa dibantu? Hari atau apa? Suaranya kok dimatikan?
Yang kedua itu pemilihan dalam
Option ya. Dalam mungkin secara bahasa Indonesia, mengapa Anda memilih itu kira-kira? Saya pertanyaannya, mengapa Anda memilih strategi delivering route? Pertama adalah memperbanyak ya. Meningkatkan ya.
Pertama itu memperbanyak, Pak. Karena di awalnya Padang Suku Tour EDT hanya untuk rutenya itu hanya lewat jalur darat dan mengakibatkan keterlambatan dalam pengiriman, Pak. Bisa sampai 10 sampai 12 hari. Kemudian untuk strategi itu kami menambahkan delivery route, Pak. Dan yang kedua tuh untuk increase option of shipping goods tuh kami menambahkan pemilihan paketnya tuh bisa untuk di delivery ke seluruh Indonesia, karena di kelemahan yang tadi itu hanya mengirimkan paket barang kargo tuh ke Eastern Indonesia atau wilayah timur aja, Pak.
Oh, ini perusahaannya bukan di sini ya, mungkin di daerah lain ya namanya ya. Baik. Berarti dia mencoba melalui jalur laut gitu maksudnya. Desainnya itu.
Iya, Pak. Yang awalnya hanya jalur darat dan laut. Jadi kami menambahkan bisa nanti lewat jalur udara, Pak.
Oh, jalur udara. Itu jalur udara apa programnya? Tentu ada kerjasama dengan perusahaan logistik udara, nggak ada kerjasama begitu.
Oh, nggak ada, kami bikin kerjasama kayak gitu, Pak.
Harusnya ya, sebenarnya itu yang paling terakhir ya, itu yang paling ya, penting ya. Karena sebenarnya perusahaan logistik ini kan bukan dia yang punya alat transportnya barangkali. Ya, dia menitipkan orang untuk mentransport juga. Kan bukan dia ya yang memiliki alat transportnya kan, bukan dia memiliki pesawatnya atau kapalnya dan truknya ya, bukan dia ya. Halo?
Oh, kalau yang untuk truk sama apa itu masih dimiliki sama Sekuto, Pak. Tapi yang untuk jalur darat itu kami rencana diskusinya itu bekerjasama dengan pihak yang menawarkan jasa di udara itu, Pak.
Ya, jadi mungkin yang mungkin bagi yang lain ya, seperti Anda tampilkan di depan ini, saya bahasa Indonesia aja lah, improve delivery route of good. Nah, ini yang di bawah itu kan Anda desainnya itu kan, desainnya ada creating simpler. Itu masih ini ya, jangan membuat desain yang tidak jelas ininya, identitasnya. Jadi ini masih create simpler shipping scheme, ini masih tidak jelas. Nah, itu kesalahan. Desain itu sudah jelas. Misalnya shipping simple. Apa yang simple system scheme itu apa gitu? Itu apa programnya, desainnya. Jadi sudah jelas di sana dengan siapa dia berdesain. Ya, misalnya melakukan kerjasama dengan PT Garuda untuk penyederhanaan. Jadi tujuannya penyederhanaan. Jadi sudah jelas. Kalau yang strategi itu masih belum jelas apa itu resources yang akan dipakai dan segala macam. Kalau yang nomor 2 ini sebenarnya sudah jelas ini. Kalau saya boleh lihat setelah ini apa? Create simple shipping scheme ini apa di sini? Yang ininya. Resources-nya apa? Halo, setelah ini bisa ditampilkan. Nah, ini. Create simple. No, kok resource-nya staff logistik. Nah. Ini yang kadang-kadang secara ini kurang jelas ini. Pertama ada edit shipping of good by the sea route. Ini apa maksudnya nih? Bahasa Indonesianya aja. Ya, jadi begini ya. Yang kesalahan jadi Anda itu adalah, atau kesalahan yang bisa terjadi, kalau di desain, ini namanya di atas nih, yang itu strategi, yang besar itu strategi, desain itu yang lebih terpakai sebenarnya. Desain itu lebih terpakai, dan jelas desainnya itu harus jelas. Misalnya, yaitu saya bilang tadi, kalau ini increase the number of the fleet. Ini apa maksudnya nih? Increase the number of staff logistic number of outlet. Kok staff logistik yang resources-nya. Jadi ini ada kurang nyambungan antara desain yang ada dan resources yang dilibatkan, sehingga resources ini yang memakan rupiah atau budget ini. Nah, mengapa dia sampai katakanlah Anda katakan 100 juta ini, mengapa resources-nya port management? Mengapa ini menjadi resources? Resources ini tidak berarti person who chart ya. Ini orang yang melakukan ini. Misalnya kalau Anda tadi mengatakan Anda tambah dengan angkutan udara, itu desainnya adalah melakukan kerjasama dengan misalnya Lion Group. Resources-nya adalah kerjasama. Dalam melakukan kerjasama itu ada orang yang ditunjuk untuk melakukan itu, dan seluruh biaya yang digunakan untuk pertemuan-pertemuan sampai dia menjadi satu kerjasama, katakanlah Anda anggarkan 100 juta. Nah, itu kira-kira konkretnya desain, sehingga jelas. Tidak lagi orang bertanya apa itu desainnya, karena sudah jelas itu. Yaitu desainnya adalah melakukan suatu kerjasama dengan perusahaan angkutan udara lain seperti PTA, PTB atau yang itu. Nah, itu jelas. Dengan satu strategi yaitu improve delivery route of the good on all lines. Ya, jadi untuk semua line. Jadi ini. Jadi itu yang perlu saya inikan. Tadi mungkin juga hampir sama. Yang pertama juga Tesla juga barangkali desainnya bukan strateginya. Desainnya itu harus misalnya ya desain itu menambah stasiun charger, itu sudah jelas itu sebenarnya. Sudah jelas itu. Di beberapa tempat menambah, di beberapa tempat resource-nya ya stasiun charger jumlahnya untuk satu station berapa anggarannya sudah jelas. Itu cukup jelas itu. Itu cukup jelas. Ya. Oke, itu mungkin ini dari saya. Sedikit dari saya. Tapi secara umum ya so far so good lah. Saya kira cukup ini. Bahasa Inggrisnya bisa lah, masih bisa dimengerti, cukup jelas. Saya kira oke, terima kasih atas grup ini. Itu komentar dari saya. Nanti semua grup yang ada nanti boleh mengubah lagi apa yang dibuatnya dan nanti dikumpulkan lagi ke kita, ya. Setelah menggunakan beberapa masukan, dan absensinya juga langsung saja Anda lakukan di ini ya, sistem e-learn ya. Saya ini. Sebelum saya ini ada komentar dari grup ini, Yahya, Hari, Ahmad, dan Kevin. Silakan.
Oh, baik Pak, nanti kami perbaiki lagi slide-nya Pak, dan terima kasih atas masukannya Pak.
Oke ya, jadi yaitu karena perusahaan baru Sewukuto, itu yang tag-nya itu kan cepat, aman, dan terjangkau. Itu selalu itu biasanya tergambar di mission-nya. Dan tadi Anda juga sudah menyebutkan karena ada masalah dan segala macam dia melalui udara. Itu dalam rangka apa? Dalam rangka untuk memberikan trust kepada konsumen, yaitu sesuai dengan visi dan misi yang ininya. Jadi kekuatan visi dan misi itu memang terrealisasi di kondisi nyatanya. Ya, jangan anggap visi dan misi itu suatu angan-angan saja. Sebenarnya angan-angan yang Anda programkan dalam kondisi realnya, dalam strategi-strategi yang dibuat. Biasanya begitu, supaya lebih kuat lagi. Oke, saya kira cukup. Terima kasih atas grup ini. Jalan, walaupun tadi ada masalah. Ada satu yang nggak jalan ya. Baik, untuk selanjutnya saya panggilkan di ruang Zoom ini. What to invite in the Zoom meeting room. The group 3 consists of some members. Adam, Maulana, Muhammad Farid. There are 5 maybe. It's not 4. Muhammad Farid, Habibal, dan Ilham Rofiadi. Adam hadir? Maulana?
Hadir, Pak. Adam hadir, Pak.
Oke, Maulana?
Hadir, Pak.
Muhammad Farid?
Hadir, Pak.
Oke, Habibal?
Hadir, Pak.
Ilham?
Hadir, Pak.
Berarti 5-5-nya hadir. Mudah-mudahan tidak ada kondisi teknis dan ada sesuatu yang tidak sesuai. Silakan saja dimulai. Terima kasih. Time is yours, ya. Time is. PT Unilever, ya. Oke, terima kasih. Silakan. Suaranya belum keluar. Ini siapa yang share screen? Ilham. Ilham. Gimana Ilham suaranya?
Sorry Pak. Oke. I will my group will presentation about strategic planning about PT Unilever. My group member is Adam Berta Anugrah, Maulana Hakim, Muhammad Farid Abdullah, Habib, and myself is Ilham Profedi. For explain about strategic planning, I give Muhammad Farid Abdullah to explain to Farid. Time is yours.
Okay, thanks, Muhammad Ilham Profedi. The first strategic planning, PT Unilever Tbk. PT Unilever Indonesia Tbk (UNVR) is engaged in manufacturing, marketing, and distribution of consumer goods. Next. What you need to know, because this company has centers all over the world to my group, take the problem only to the country Indonesia. Here is the data that can be explained from the following companies. With a population of more than 3,000 million people, of course, Indonesia is a very lucrative market for a global business player to build their business companies. The industrial sector is one of the main factors in advancing the Indonesian economy. In Indonesia, Unilever is engaged in the production of soap, detergent, margarine, vegetable oil, and foods made from milk, ice cream, foods, and beverages from tea, cosmetic products, and household products. What do you need to know? Because this company has centers all over the world to, and my group take the problem only to the country Indonesia. Here is the data that can be explained from the following components. The first has been operating since 1993. And has become the leading fast-moving consumer goods company in the Indonesia market. Number two, Unilever Indonesia has more than 40 brands divided into two business segment. Number three, Unilever Indonesia has 9 factories located in Cikarang and Rungkut. Net sales of either 39.5 trillion and net profit of EDR 50 and 50.7 trillion. Unilever Indonesia employees are 6,719. Unilever is divided into 4 main divisions, namely food, beverage, and ice cream, home care, and body care. Next, marketed through a network involving more than 800 independent distribution spanning hundreds of thousands of stores throughout Indonesia. Already have halal certification from the Indonesia Ulama Council atau Council MUI. The next. Vision. Vision is PT Unilever to gain love and respect from the people of Indonesia by positively touching the lives of every Indonesia every day. Mission. The first, we work to create a better future every day. Number 2, eliminate non-value added activities from our process. Next, become the main partner for customers, consumers, and the community. Next, constantly developing new ways of doing business that will allow us to grow to fall while reducing our impact on the environment. Next, inspire people to take small steps every day that when combined can make a big difference to the world. Okay. SWOT analysis. Strength. The first PT Unilever as a good corporate reputation. 3B, increasing the trust of distributors and consumers. Unilever is aggressive in social mission, so that closeness with consumers can be maintained. The leader of the consumer good market in Indonesia have a team of dedicated, skilled, and motivated people at the levels. PT Unilever Indonesia (TBK) already as its own distribution network, so that the distribution of its products to areas can be served. As more than 40 brands are interested in the Indonesia market. Having technology that supports its workstation so as to improve product quality. Cooperative with many companies so as to expand and improve production marketing.
Okay. I will to explain about weakness company. Number 1, less strong in product packaging because there are counterfeiting and smuggling of Chinese products. Next, there are often delay in delivery of goods at the store. Next, obscurity of halal certificate for certain products. The majority of Unilever products have a low entry barrier. Next, there is often overstock of goods. Next, sales turnover growth is below the industry average. The number of different product interest so that the stability of production is not maintained. Next, expensive product among to lower middle class. Next, frequently disrupted financial circulation. Opportunity company is number one, high consumer appetite. Next, the high level of community dependency. Support from government through various community empowerment program. The breadth of market potential, high consumer appetite, strong economic growth in Iceland, Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua. The products are products that are very much needed in the daily life of Indonesian people, such as soap, oil, tea, or other. The development of the online shopping system in Indonesia. Next, trade of company, low market response to certain products, competitive product at lower price, the rise product counterfeiting, and increase in the cost of raw material and packaging material, removal of food subsidy, weakening consumer purchasing power, without promotion of competing companies. Next will be explained is to Maulana Hakim. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you. And the next is SWOT analysis recommendation. Reduce weaknesses and increase the advantages of opportunities. So the first, evaluate financial management so that disturbed financial circulation becomes smooth. And then equalizing the number of enthusiasts on all Unilever products, namely by taking advantages of opportunities in the form of high consumer tastes and promoting products that are less attractive to the public by utilizing social media as promotional media advertising. And then increasing product promotion and product introduction so that people can choose and sort out which products are genuine from fake products and smuggled products from China. This can be helped by opportunities in the form of support from the government through various community empowerment programs. Increase the turnover of the company by taking advantage of the wide potential of the market, namely by increasing the quality of production so that it can compete in the market. Okay, next please. Okay, the next is maintain strength and take advantage of existing opportunities while reducing weakness and avoiding threats. Maintaining the company's reputation so as to increase consumer confidence in Unilever products, attracting to the interest of the Indonesia people to Unilever products and taking advantage of the vast potential of the market so the threats and in the form of other competitor can be minimized or overcome. So the next is strategy and design. So the first is SOs, strength and opportunity strategy, and then strategy and threat, and then weakness and opportunity strategy, and then weakness and threat strategy.
Okay, my name is Adam Bertanugrah. I will explain about design and strategy. strategic number one is SO strategy, or strength and opportunity. At this slide, we have 5 points to maintain strength and advantage opportunity. Number one is development and penetration of existing product. Number two, increase the capacity of facility and infrastructure, as well as quality to anticipate future demand. Number three, increase the speed of the claim service process. Number four, improve cooperation system with synergistic partner in terms of marketing, IW and SW. Number five, increase the reliability of the monitoring system. Next. Strategi, strength and trade. Number one, strengthening financial accounting method and process, communicative and interactive relationship between the center and the region. Number two, improve coordination with relevant agency to settle claim in accordance with applicable standard. Number three, strengthening the ethical capabilities of human resource, so a business oriented to the respect to the people philosophy. Number four, improve the filling system as an information provider's facility. Number five, improve the quality of legal product to support the company operation. Next. Strategy, weakness, and opportunity. Number one is improve product promotion effectively in the role of public relation. Number two, increasing the composition of employees who already hold professional degrees. Number three, strengthening investment and financial management system. Number four, strengthening the capital structure. Yang number five, stabilization of the loading system and work arrangement. Next.
Okay, maybe this will about our group presentation. Thank you for attention and any question.
Baik ya, sudah selesai. Ilham, Habibul, tidak ada yang bicara? Oke, baik ya, nggak bicara ya. Jadi saya lihat tadi ada 4 orang yang berbicara. Ya silakan tampilkan lagi slide ini masih hitam. Oke, jadi grup ini masih belum selesai ya, masih dalam tahap terlalu banyak di strategi yang ada, belum lagi bagaimana strategi itu resources yang dipakai apa, waktunya kapan, budgetnya berapa, dan siapa kegiatan yang akan melakukan. Kemudian berkaitan dengan key performance indicator ya, atau KPI, key performance indicator, atau indikator keberhasilan yang berkaitan dengan program yang akan dilakukan. Tapi dari grup yang baru saja ditampilkan, yaitu Tesla, Sewukuto, dan ini Unilever. Sepertinya perusahaan-perusahaan besar ini, ya, yang ada semuanya di internet, yang bisa dilihat apanya ya. Sebenarnya saya tadi seperti di dalam rencana sebelumnya, Anda berusaha membuat perusahaan-perusahaan kecil sehingga nanti strategic planning-nya jadi lebih jelas terlihat. It's clearly we can clearly look the strategic planning. Jadi if the big companies atau big enterprise like Unilever or something like Tesla or Sewukuto, something is there are big companies ya, perusahaan besar, they have many problems ya, sehingga strategic planning-nya memang berlapis-lapis. Nah, seperti inilah berlapis-lapisnya. Kalau kita lihat Unilever, di dalam strateginya ada sub-strategi, dalam sub-strateginya baru nanti ada desain. Ada di sini belum nampak desain kecil yang dilakukan. Nah, saya tidak tahu, mungkin mahasiswa ini have to speak in English and they look to the material in English in internet. They berusaha ya, berusaha untuk mencocok-cocokkan, to make it suitable to the presentation, sehingga jadinya begini ya. Tapi tidak apa-apa lah, saya masih bisa menerima tadi ya. Jadi untuk khusus untuk grup ini masih ini ya, masih ada perbaikan atau ini belum utuh what is strategic planning is ya. So belum jelas betul what is ya, tadi lumayan cukup jelas untuk mengevaluasi diri siapa dia perusahaan Unilever itu. Nah, tetapi ini is not clearly ya, karena Anda mengambil dari internet, barangkali itu perusahaan besar sehingga Anda tidak tahu, pasti dia tidak akan pernah mengatakan secara lebih jelas data-data yang Anda dipunyai dan apa problem utama mereka. Ya, ini yang ini. Tapi ini sudah dalam 2 tahap strategic planning kalau saya rasa, atau 3 ya. Tapi 3-nya nggak sempurna. Jadi where am I now, di mana saya sekarang, where we want to go, the mission statement atau the vision statement ya. Barangkali itu Anda bisa jadi ambil di internet, itu kata-katanya cukup bagus saya lihat. Agak susah kita mengatakan mahasiswa bisa membuat satu kata-kata vision dan mission statement yang bagus begitu. Pasti barangkali mengambil data-data yang ada di internet. Begitupun yang sebelumnya saya kira ya. Juga apa namanya, untuk yang ketiga nih, how to implement-nya, how to make a apa namanya, untuk mengejar ke sana itu apa ya. Jadi itu hanya sampai ke strategik, walaupun cara-cara yang ditampilkan sudah cukup bagus. Bridging-nya adalah they have the 4 different strategies, so apa namanya yang disebut sebagai strength and opportunity strategies, bagaimana kekuatan yang ada dan opportunity yang ada pada ini dikuatkan. Itu strateginya terdiri dari sub-strategi. Nah, barangkali sub-strategi ini nanti menimbulkan, melahirkan desain-desain. Karena sub-strategi itu kan tidak terlalu jelas. Desainnya apa sih sebenarnya? Desain yang clearly. Jadi kalau orang bacanya jelas siapa yang melakukan, apa yang dilakukan, dan segala macam. Desainnya apa? Itu yang tidak terlalu nampak di kita. Tapi secara umum untuk strategic planning yang bridging-nya cukup bagus sebenarnya. Bisa dilihatkan itu yang beberapa strategi, strength and opportunity, weakness and threat strategy. Bisa dilihatkan sekali lagi. Nah, ini kira-kira. Jadi ini menimbulkan ini sub-strategi. Jadi menimbulkan development of and penetration of existing product. Ya, jadi penetration-nya. Jadi gimana penetration-nya, development-nya existing product. Misalnya desainnya untuk development itu mengembangkan misalnya produk-produk yang low price. Ya, jadi product development resources-nya atau penetration-nya adalah barangkali di apa ya, bekerja sama dengan ini toko-toko kecil yang ada di daerah-daerah sebagai sales agent terkecil. Itu desainnya itu jelas itu. Dari suatu strategi development and penetration of existing product. Ini substrategi. Dari sebuah strategi besar. Apa nama strateginya? Nah, ini saya kurang tahu di strategi besar yang lebih besar. Karena dia perusahaan besar, tentu dia punya substrategi dan strategi. Nah, inilah kelemahan kalau Anda meng-create sebuah perusahaan besar, sehingga mereka punya problem yang besar, punya strategi yang substrategi, punya desain-desain besar. Nah, itu listnya banyak sekali itu biasanya. Nah, desainnya itu nanti bisa jadi 100 desain. Dia perusahaan besar kok. Masing-masing daerah punya desain-desain tertentu yang dia lakukan. Itu aja strategi saya. Ini waktunya juga tidak banyak. Saya mau sampai yang ketiga. Saya mau yang keempat. Jadi waktu saya tidak banyak ya, karena banyak sekali sibuk saya ini. Silakan yang grup keempat dipanggil.
Baik, Pak.
Ya, silakan. Grup keempat, Iqbal, Muhammad Surya, Najib, ini grup Robi dan Muhammad Farhan. Ada? Silakan.
Oke, Sir.
Silakan. M. Najib yang tadi.
Has it appear on the screen, sir? Apakah ada muncul layar, Pak?
We have already see yours.
Oke, sir.
Najib ya, oke, yang bicara pertama.
Yes, sir. Good morning to everyone. Good morning, sir. So we are from Group 4. We will present about strategic planning of PT Indofood. Just straightforward. Okay, let's begin. Nggak bisa. Okay. So PT Indofood is a company engaged in food and beverage processing, which was founded in 1971. This company has made a commitment to produce equality, safe, and halal food products for consumption. Aspects of freshness, hygiene, nutritional content, taste, practicality, safety, and halal for consumption have always been a priority for this company to ensure excellent product quality. At the end of 1980, PT Indofood started to move in the international market by exporting instant noodles to several Asian countries, the Middle East, Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, the Netherlands, England, Germany, Australia, and countries in Africa. Vision and mission of PT Indofood. Vision is become a total food solutions company, and the mission is and the missions are first, providing solutions to food needs in a sustainable manner. Second, constantly improving the competence of employees, production processes, and technology. Third one, and the last one is contribute to the society and the environment in a sustainable manner. And then this is the data of PT Indofood. First, currently PT Indofood has 36 factories, more than 10 brands with 150 flavors, types of distributors serving nearly 150,000 outlets. PT Indofood is a part of the noodle division. PT Indofood has an office and factory area of 61,640 meters square, 62,000 employees, and a gross income. I take this from 2021 data, sir, which is 50 trillion rupees with 7 trillion rupees profit. And then the last one, the most popular brand is Indomie and has become quite popular in other countries. And then we move on to SWOT analysis. And first analysis is strength. Number one, expertise in Indonesian flavors. Many of Indofood's instant noodles products have a distinctive Indonesian taste, so that Indonesian instant noodle products can be widely accepted by consumers. Second, low production cost. Indofood in its production process has reduced its production cost in the lowest possible. In the using of raw materials for productions, dairy products, reducing the defective products by simply using quality raw materials and good quality control good. Third, wide distribution range. Indofood has its own distribution group that has a wide reach wide to all corners of Indonesia. Fourth, fast distribution. Having a wide distribution, Indofood products can be quickly reach consumer throughout the whole Indonesia. Fifth, have quality human resources. As a large company, Indofood has human resource which is not small. The company is aware that employees are important resource, so that the company always improves the ability of its employees with education and training. Sixth, a well-known brand. Almost all Indofood's products are leading products and known by consumers throughout all Indonesia. And then the last one, Indofood has mastered the market share of instant noodles in Indonesia. Move on to weakness, which will be explained by my friend Surya. To Surya, time is yours.
Okay, and to continue my presentation, our group is what analysis about weakness. First, to many brand, the number brand or the product by Indofood can make company focus on improving the quality and product innovation. Second, food products that are not good for the field. Indofood products that are very popular in the market and are instant noodle. One of the famous brand is Indomie. Not there is about the consumption rate of instant noodle with high, but nutrition content in the instant noodle is not good for body, and according to healthy expert, eating noodle is not good for the team. Next, and the next, too many brands. The number of the brands that are product by Indofood can make company focus. Next, moderator. The next expansion of the country. Indofood is domination the domestic market with this food product. Instant noodle product with the Indomie brand have become the main focus consumer. Now is the time for Indofood to expect. And the last, join with companies that have similar product. The emergence of the product with the capital owned by
Ada masalah dengan jaringan Surya?
It seems so.
Siapa yang selanjutnya yang bicara? Mungkin karena Suryanya saya rasa terlempar ini. Atau gimana? Masih ada M Surya.
Mungkin bisa dilanjutkan oleh Robi, Pak, dikarenakan sinyal Surya bermasalah.
Ya silakan aja.
Oke, cek. Thank you, moderator. Introduce. My name is Robi. Next about opportunity. Represent OFSOWOT. Number one, expansion to other countries. Indofood has dominated the domestic market with its food product, instant noodle product with the Indomie brand have become the main choice of consumer. Now it's time for Indofood to expand overseas. Next, number two, join the companies that have similar product. The emergence of competitor with similar business product can provide opportunity for Indofood to take over competing companies with the capital on the Indofood. This is not difficult. In addition, to reducing competitor, this takeover also provide additional production source for Indofood, so that production can increase. Okay, next slide. Okay, next about trade representative of SWOT. Number one, instant market competition. More and more companies with food business product become competitor for Indofood. If the company cannot maintenance quality and innovation, it is not impossible that they will become a big threat to the company. Number two, unfulfilled market demand. Limitation in the amount of production of goods and the increased number of requests result in market demand that could not be fulfilled. This can open up opportunities for competing companies to market their product. If the company cannot meet market need, it is not impossible that market share will be taken by competing companies. Okay, back to moderator, maybe.
Okay, thanks to Robi. The next will be explained by Iqbal. Iqbal, time is yours.
Thank you for the opportunities. The earliest has been taught us about SWOT analysis that consists of strengths, weakness, opportunities, and also threats. And the next topic is explain about operation and design in the food companies. The first one, quality. In the food products, good by processing of quality of goods. Evidence that the products produced by Indofood are of high quality are the many products that are sought after by consumer and even become number one in the market. And the second one is process and capacity planning. For the best production process, Indofood implements a production process by using it efficiently and maximizing our production source is has, but in terms of technology, where the production machines already use technology now. Okay, next. The number three that must be considering by Indofood company for operation is price. Besides losing able to be purchased for pack, and it can also be purchased with a package of 5 packs or a package of 1 cardboard containing 30 or 40 Indomies. Indomie's prices are also very cheap and affordable for all circle of society in Indonesian. A pack of Indomie is priced only around 1,015 rupiah. That can affordable for us. The last one is places. The Indofood distribution group has the wildest distribution network in Indonesia. Penetration of almost every corner of the archipelago. The number of stock point warehouse has been aggressively expanded since 2005, so as the profit whether penetration through the supply chain and delivery. Stock warehouse are placed in area that have many retail outlets. And the next our topic will be discussing by Farhan. For Farhan, time is yours.
Gimana Farhan? Farhan ini ada?
Hadir, Pak. I will continue the presentation. Short recommendation based on weakness. 1. Reducing the preservative in food, especially instant noodle like Indomie, so that is not too dangerous to consume. Use preservatives that are not harmful. 2. Lack of innovation to make better food product with better nutrition. Make a group of nutrition scientists to improve the quality of food product. 3. Expansion in other countries that are not yet wide. Forming an export team with the task of focusing on developing Indomie's export to various countries So this team actively study all import permit in each country. Using social media for promoting purpose, creating an Instagram page profile for marketing promotion purpose. Next. The table marketing PT Indofood. Like Instagram, PT Indofood baseline have 500 like. In first year, Indofood have 15 years to 1,000 like. Second year have 1,300 like to 1,500. Yep. And third year have 4,000 and 6,000 like to sell in other countries. Baseline 10 countries. Indofood have in first year Indofood have 15 to 20 countries. Second year Indofood have 80 countries to 90 countries. In third years, Indofood sell in other countries to 100 countries. Consumer, baseline 1 million consumer. In first years, Indofood have 4 million to 6 million consumer. Second years, Indofood have 15 million to 20 million consumer. In third years, Indofood have 50 million to 100 million consumer. Total sales, baseline 1 billion product. First year 3 billion to 5 billion. Second year 7 billion to 9 billion. Third year 13 billion to 17 billion. 15 billion. Next. Next. Success indicator. Currently, Indomie is available in about 100 countries and more than 15 billion packets of noodle are produced every year. Product with price variation. Have built sales network throughout Indonesia. Has built sales network in other countries as well, and has become popular as well in other countries.
Okay, thank you, Farhan.